Hey everybody, G7 Healing here. How's it going? I hope you're having a beautiful, oh my gosh, I can't even talk right now. Mercury retrograde or throat chakra. I hope you are having a beautiful day. Somebody does not want me to get out this message, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. This message is about empowerment, about a win, about a really big victory. Bold and brazen. Very powerful. Confidence. Courage. Bravery is screaming at me. Whoever this reading is for, you did it. You earned it. All because you did the inner work. And like I always say, when you work on yourself internally, spiritually, you start seeing the effects of it in the physical realm. And this was a really big win. Six of Pentacles, the Magician, were part of the shorts. I have the other cards upright for a reason. I'm going to actually clear this and see what else comes out. But I want to explain something here. Someone just got a gift. Someone just got a blessing. And with that blessing, they're in a really good place with their income to help others, to give back to charity, to give back to the universe. And when you give out things without any expectations, watch how the universe gives back 10 times fold. This is a beautiful, earned blessing. It's not just about the tangible coin, it's about tangible karma. Well deserved. You pulled your skill sets, your talents, self-empowerment, and willpower, working with all the four elements to the highest potential to manifest some type of desire, and you won. You did it. You got it. You were at a crossroads before this even happened, and you chose you. Somebody got a really big victory with some type of tangible blessing. And I'm going to be honest. Others didn't want you to get it. Others didn't want you to work internally on yourself because they knew if they could attack spiritually that you would never get something tangible in the physical realm. But you surpassed that. You won. You beat it. And now, with this great strength, resilience, courage, moving forward, you're never going to back down. You're always going to stand your ground on a more firm, confident ground. You're a high priestess. You're a high priest. You've earned a position. All right, let's begin. Wow, I cut the deck on the Magician again. Wow. Angels, spirit guides, ancestors, universe divine, please make me a clear vessel of love, light, and healing. Please protect this reading, myself, and the viewer. I love and appreciate you so much, and thank you. Let's get some more information. Let's clarify what I just said, and then we're going to use a complete different deck and see what comes out. What are their messages, please? Check that out, the Hangman. The Hangman, new perspective. Viewer, you learned to go inward, to learn about a new perspective, something that wasn't working. So let me give you a little tip here. And I channeled this message yesterday, and I didn't know where it was going to fit in, but now I know where it fits in right here. When you find yourself in a difficult situation, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally, there's something that needs to change the outcome. And in order to do that, you need to go inward, heal something, recognize something. What do I need to do internally to change the situation? Well, you need to shift the energy. And when you shift the energy, it's all about recognizing what you need to do to move forward. And with that say, moving forward, not wishing ill will, not doing harm, and not taking away someone's free will. You figured something out. You focused on you. You weren't banking on somebody else's downfall for your gain. No, this is not what it's about. But the opposing side was. But you won. You beat them. You sat them down. They don't know what to do with themselves. You won. Yeah, they're sitting majorly on a past mistake. They should never have fumbled you. They should never have played in your energy. But instead of being defensive and retaliate and take revenge and sit in anxiety, worry, and fear, you turned it around. You empowered yourself and said, I'm not going to worry about that. What do I need to change within myself to change the situation, to change the outcome? And you did the inner work spiritually by balancing out all those 4 elements. And when you did that, those 4 elements were all in your favor for this win. And that's the truth. My inner being is just like today, so bear with me. Yes, check that out. The sun. The best, most powerful card of the major arcana in the tarot deck. I think it's the best card of all cards. The sun is the high vitality, high vibration. You're celebrating right now. You got the limelight. You got the spotlight on you. The divine is shining down saying you did it. You earned this. Keep moving forward. Now, let me tell you something. What I just got was this would never have been earned or given if you weren't able to handle whatever it was. Take it how it applies moving forward. Because this is a really big blessing that just happened. The light will always outshine the dark, especially when you choose yourself. That inner light is so important to nurture, to embrace. And nurturing is really big here because we tend to be really hard on ourselves. And when we're hard on ourselves, it's because that reflects how others see us. And that's not what the focus was. You decided to do you. With no expectations. Doing all the steps. Persistently, consistently. And you got a beautiful outcome here. Whoa. I cannot make this up. With the 6 of Wands, win, victory, triumph, public recognition, fame, fortune. You just leveled up in the physical realm. And I keep hearing there's more to come. Because you've earned a position to handle whatever was given to you because you did the inner work. Whatever this cycle before this win, it's closed out, done, demolished, destroyed. You healed something here. Not only did you heal, but you grew and you won. A wish is coming true now. There's something about a wish. Something about a secret love. A secret love. A secret connection. Something that's been hidden or put on the back burner. I just heard put on the back burner so that you could do the inner healing. Now, let me tell you something. This connection that is going to come in, that is going to come together, and it is soul contract. It is a soul contract. This has been part of this blessing, part of this earning, I heard. You've earned something here. You leveled up. Maybe your partner did too, but the stars are aligned now. Because you had to get through something first and you won. Whether it was a personal goal, it doesn't matter. Whatever it was to you, you did it. You won, you beat, you won, you won, you won. Victory, victory, victory. And now, the Ace of Wands is my second favorite card of the deck. High vitality, inspiration, forward movement forward with new desires, new ideas, a new beginning with a high vibration. This connection can finally come into full fruition because of what was overcome. And obviously, a connection that comes together. Parallel lives, I just heard. Parallel lives. They had to overcome something, and so did you. And this is right over the sun and the victory. This is divine order. Over the Six of Wands and the sun, this is divinely guided because you did the inner work. You both did. And check this out. Somebody had a major ego death with that Seven of Swords and the Death card reversed. They are not taking the loss, but they're forced to because it's in their face. They're going to try and find the way in towards the ones that you love to try to get to you, to try to defer this connection. I heard they're coming to your home to try to get in. I don't know what that means, but that's what I got. This is your twin flame, man. Four of Wands. Peace, contentment. Stay strong. You've got all the tools, the willpower, the self-empowerment, the magic wand, the Midas touch to defeat anything that comes between this connection. This is a high-ranking spiritual connection I just heard. A high priest and a high priestess. Take it how it applies. This was a huge battle that was won. And it's not just the inner battle, it's also the physical battle, because they tried so hard to defer you from getting this blessing. But it happened. You got it. You won. But that was divinely orchestrated because they needed you to earn this blessing, to get the courage to move forward within this connection. Ain't nothing going to break you apart. That's what I just heard. Nothing. I cannot make this out, man. Your peace and contentment is causing an ego death and a tower moment. Spiritual death and a physical death. And I don't know, I'm not saying they're going to die. And that's not what I'm saying. But there's something in the physical realm that they can never, ever get past. But they're curious. Let's get a couple more, maybe one more. Here we go. The goal. What's this goal about? What's this goal about, please? Ooh. Wow, there's a goal coming in with authority. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I want. This is who I want. This is who I'm going to be with. And it's about going towards their queen. A king coming towards a queen. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Someone's coming in with authority like, I'm good now. We're good now. I'm going to bring the physical realm for safety, security, prosperity. And you're going to bring the emotional side, the strength in the spiritual realm. That's the yin and the yang. That's the divine counterparts. That's the male and female counterparts. The male brings in the physical. The female brings in the spiritual. This is a match made in heaven. Equal give and take. Abundance, abundance, abundance. And I'm getting a very high-ranking status quo spiritual couple here. This is a power couple. And check this out with the Wheel of Fortune twice. You both have been on separate journeys. And now you're going to come together because you're both aligned on the same vibration. Wow. Wow. And it's here to expand. And then here comes the Chariot. facing challenges from here on out. Because what I'm getting, maybe you know this person, maybe you guys got together before, but you both needed to do some type of inner work to be strong enough to handle anything that comes at you together in the future. And that's what's about to happen. You can rise above it now. You can feed off each other in the most positive way. Honesty, trust, communication, and unconditional love. Justice, balancing out the scales for all involved, especially the opposing side. The truth will always prevail. I'm also getting an injustice was done to both of you, and that will be dealt with. That big blessing that just came is the win, is the dealing with that BS. Man, they're in anxiety, they're fearing, they're losing money, they're being heavily watched. A King of Cups is standing out, protecting their Queen of Cups, I just heard, with gumption, with authority, man. I'm telling you, the devil has been defeated. Now, this did come out reverse. The devil's been defeated. They told me to keep it in reverse. Delusional. Crazy. What you get out, what you give out is what you get back. Six of Pentacles twice now. This group has been defeated by a High Priestess and an Empress going toe to toe. But I'm also getting, whether this is you're a High Priest, Emperor, and then your counterpart is a High Priestess, Empress. This Queen of Wands is defeated. Queen of Wands reverse is someone using spiritual work, manipulation in the physical realm, using spiritual tools to manipulate so they can do their games. So they can bank on stupidity. So they can bank on vulnerability. So if anybody comes to your house, don't let them in. I don't know, they just told me that don't let them in. Rats are around you. I want to clear this and get a whole different deck and see what else comes out. This is a very powerful message. This is all about a win in the physical and spiritual realm. Oh, they want me to keep out the Magician. Wow, okay. I will do that. So, let's see what else comes out from a different deck. Which one? Let's use this one. Ooh, the Hierophant group, man. This might be lead to marriage. The Hierophant means marriage. Say morals, values, beliefs. Coming together to evolve, to expand. High level spiritual ranking. What other messages, please? Moving to calmer waters. This whole situation that just got closed out is moving to calmer waters. And here comes that Emperor. I cannot make this up. The Emperor and the Empress did come out, remember? This is a power couple here. Wow. Page of Pentacles is all about being the student, learning a lesson to unbind your mindset. This Emperor, whether this is you or your counterpart, had to learn to unbind by going inward, spiritually healing and growing, changing and shifting the energy by recognizing something needs to change within before they can see it on the outside. Someone figured out life here. Wow, moving towards calmer waters with this commitment. Get ready to embark on a new life cycle of love, abundance, prosperity, peace. The Emperor just received their justice. Their justice, their win is this commitment. They've earned a commitment. They've earned this blessing in all areas of their life because they did the inner work. You know what's so great about this Page of Wands underneath this Page of Pentacles is them questioning, whether this is you or your counterpart, questioning, this is not the way my life's supposed to be. I'm not fully happy. I should be living a happy life. Doesn't everyone need to live their life in a happy way? At least from a perspective, right? Remember that hangman perspective. It's all about how you see your glass half empty or half full. This Emperor figured it out. That curiosity pulled them through. That curiosity also pushed them to become better. Unbinding themselves to fulfill a wish. They kept their eyes on the prize, I just heard. And that prize is you. I'm also hearing you were not just the reason, but the cause. And what I mean by that is you helped them, or they helped you grow, learn, understand how to shift energy, how to recognize, how to change from within yourself first before you can see it in the physical realm. Huge. Strength, high vitality, Hermit, the Empress. To get this blessing, someone did some major soul searching with gumption, with high vitality. This Empress inspired the Emperor to change inward. And let me tell you something. Somebody here got a major eye-opening experience. And they just got a blessing because they did the inner work. And I know I keep repeating myself, but that's what it is. The Emperor and the Empress are on the table here. There is strength within this relationship, within this connection. There is resilience that is unheard of. You did it. You won. You'll never repeat that life cycle again because I'm telling you, it was the worst of the worst. It was a dark night of the soul, they just told me. But you changed. And when you change inside, you change the outcome. But you first have to have the need, the will. Loud and proud. That's exactly why they want me to keep this out. You had the strength and the willpower to do it. And you balanced out all those elements and it completely worked in your favor. I was wondering why they wanted me to leave the Magician out, but there you go. And I'm going to end it there. All right, viewer, I love you. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.